When searching for a good bank, you have to be very discerning, so you don't get one thing and miss out on others. Well, your search is over at First Bank. We offer a variety of products and services made with you in mind. From flexible loans, easy access to cash, bill payments from anywhere in the world, to savings for the little ones. Make that switch today. Contact us to learn more about the many products and services we have designed for your convenience. First Bank, truly the first.
Crime Fighter, the searchlight on crime and criminality. Crime Fighters, promoting security consciousness. Exclusive interview.
Hello viewers, welcome to yet another interesting episode of your #1 security program on television, Crime Fighters, the Police and You. The dexterity of Kelvin, the kingpin of kidnapping, and the theater shame displayed by the Kokori community in Delta State earlier this month has once again nudged up the state for the wrong reasons. This week, we bring to you an interesting interview session with IKECHUKWU ADUBA, the ebullient Commissioner of Police, Delta State Police Command. The Commissioner of Police shed light on why Delta State has remained a flashpoint for kidnapping and armed robbery, despite its anti-crime mechanism and strategies put in place to tackle crime and criminality in the state.
Crime Fighters.
Hello viewers, welcome to Crime Fighters, the Police and You, your #1 security program on television. I am Temisokbe Jolosewo. Today on the program, we have the CP Delta State, IKECHUKWU ADUBA, who will be discussing with us on issues of crime and criminality. You're welcome, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Several cases of kidnap has been recorded in Delta State. What are the efforts your command is making to put an end to this?
Well, in the first place, I would say Delta State remains a flashpoint, but that notwithstanding, we have various anti-crime mechanisms which we have put in place to make sure that incidences of kidnapping is, at a tolerable level. So far, we've been able to arrest not less than up to 1,000. I have to be very frank with you, because armed robbers are equally kidnappers, and so because of the various anti-crime mechanisms we put in place, particularly the IGP's visibility program, all over the states. Our vehicles are there. And again, we will work with the grassroots. The grassroots policing, that is this idea of community policing, we are carrying everybody along. So there's information flow. There's networking when it comes to intelligence. And so that has really accounted for our success in fighting kidnapping in the state.
What are the challenges you face when people are kidnapped, prominent people, and ransom is demanded?
One is not really happy, to be very frank with you. You check the trauma. But one thing again, policing is a duty of the highest integrity. If you don't have trust, you don't come up with any information. And if you don't come up, I continue to tell people that we are not magicians. You cannot help. You must have to cooperate with the police. If you don't cooperate with the police, how do you expect us to get these kidnappers? In the state before, it was really high. But you can see as at now, most of the big-time kidnappers are on the run. That is not to say that we don't have, there is no society that is crime-free. But I know as far as we are concerned in this state, everything is under control.
Give us a vivid account of how your command was able to rescue a kidnapped victim.
The point is that most of the details we don't really need to read it out, but we have a special anti-kidnapping unit in the state, and they are working wonders. It's purely science. Like the issue of there was a time the accountant of Delta State University was kidnapped, and within 3 days we were able to track them down. We got the kidnappers. There was a gun duel. In the battle, some of the kidnappers were hit fatally. About 3 of them gave up the ghosts before they were taken to the hospital, and we were able to rescue the accountant. So it's of those in Abracadabra. Then again, we have an instance where a retired Army general from Uyeli Axis was wholly kidnapped, and the kidnappers were demanding for about 50 million. We set machinery in motion, and within 2 days, we were able to track down the kidnapper. That was when we started bulldozing houses, because all those are operational bases of kidnappers, and the government gave a marching order. Anywhere you get these kidnappers, bring down the building. So far we've been able to bulldoze not less than nine buildings. And so you see, kidnapping, as a matter of fact, in the state is under control.
Can we also have an account of how you were able to arrest Kelvin, the suspect who was said to have kidnapped the prominent lawyer and human rights activist Mike Ozekume?
Kelvin was not arrested by the police, to be very frank with you. The information was made available to the SSS. So we were not involved in the operation. And the information we got that Kelvin was rounded up in Port Harcourt, River State. So the SSS, they have the full details. But that notwithstanding, in the past we had arrested so many die-hard criminals in the state, and even these followers too, because Kelvin is somebody that he trained so many kidnappers in this state, and so his boys are still around. We grounded up so many of them, and so really that of Kelvin, I would say I made a prediction that his days were numbered, particularly when he embarrassed the state, coming out, and then some pressmen followed him to Kukuri, and then we were taken aback. And that notwithstanding, as I said, we are not magicians. If we have information, we work on it. We are happy to East-1 that Kevin was, at the end of the day, picked up by the security agencies. Yes.
Do you think the police needs to be more equipped in terms of manpower for them to be able to carry out their activities?
Security is an expensive project, and without money, we cannot achieve much. We need specialized trainings, but we need equipment, such as APCs. All these are hardwares, you know. And without this equipment, there's little impact you can make. The world is becoming a global village, and most of the armed robbers, you see their arms. RPGs, rocket launchers, you cannot face them with light firearms. So we need to have at least as many APCs as possible, so that will equally protect our men. So that's it. You remember what happened in Boston recently, where the Americans were looking for just two terrorists. They were able to assemble about 8,000 police officers. And you see the equipment. You even think that they are soldiers. So this is the kind of something we are talking about. We need to be well equipped. That's it.
In what way has the citizens of the state been able to assist the police in terms of crimes such as kidnap and armed robbery?
The police force is a federal establishment, but I have to be very candid. The state governor has really done a lot for us, in terms of logistics. He has given us not less than 100 vehicles since my arrival in the state, which is about a year plus now. He pays allowances as at when due to our men. So I would say that honestly, the state government, they are really trying their best. And then you talk of the people, of Delta State. Deltas are wonderful. As I said, when the policing is a duty of the highest integrity, if they don't have trust in you, they won't come to you. Well, here, the network is working. They are giving us information. We are working hand in hand with the vigilante outfits, the good ones. The ones that are bad, they had it hard with us. We had to arraign some of them in court. That's the truth. Like in Abraka, some of them who were even kidnappers themselves, we picked them up. They are arraigned in court and remanded. Somewhere in Uyeli, again, we got some of these bad boys too, who we are masquerading as vigilante groups. So what I'm saying, generally, the Deltans are good, and our working relationships is very, very, very cordial.
What are the efforts your command has made in sensitizing the people in terms of crime and criminality?
If I have our flyers, let me have one, which is free of charge. We printed this since and then distributed it free. Went to churches, schools, and distributed it. Behind it, you can even see all our numbers are here. These are distress call numbers. It's not a question of if you are in distress, once you call these numbers, our officers will respond. Within 5 minutes, you see no less than 4 patrol vehicles, at times 5 patrol vehicles. Again, we have a communication system which is very perfect, which we can call on any of our axes. We have 3 axes. We have Asaba, Wheelie, and Warri. So we're always in touch with our Dragon teams that are on 24 hours patrol.
How do you enforce discipline amongst policemen? Because the public feels they are not well disciplined. That's why they keep hearing over and over again.
The code of conduct is there. Our IG, MD Abubakar is a disciplinarian to the core. He does not take nonsense from anybody. And so you don't need to be told. You don't need to be warned either. You have no choice in the matter. Once you act outside the ambit of the law, you go in for it. And here, we have, as I said, we have our patrol teams. They are checked. We have incident duty officers. They go around, including myself. There's visibility patrol in the states. Anywhere you go, you see a policeman. And we have officers that go around. In the night, we hardly sleep because your walkie-talkie is there with you to listen, to monitor what is going on. So if you don't respond, in the morning you'll be worried. You come to the headquarters to explain. If you're not on duty, the same thing. So here, discipline is very, very high. That is not to say that in every 12 you have a Judas. But as far as we are concerned in this state, we are really doing our best. The ones that are not doing well, as a matter of fact, acting outside the ambit of the law, we don't spare them. Some of our men were involved in one form of criminality or the other. We pick them up, tried them, and shoved them out of the force. And then that is it. So some of them, even the kidnapping of a thing, there are 1 or 2 instances where some of them were indicted. Police force is part and parcel of the society. You don't expect that everybody there will be perfect because, the mode of recruitment. You can bring in criminals without knowing. But at the end of the day, once they are detected, you have that mechanism, in-cleansing mechanism in the force. Once you are detected, you are flushed out. So there's no hiding place. No hiding place. Last year alone, we know how many, it cannot be less than 10 people that were dismissed. Some of them were wholly demoted. That's the position. Here, discipline is very high. The code of conduct is handed down by the IGP. We are following it religiously in the states.
How is your command handling the issues of trigger-happy policemen, extortion, and other misdemeanor in the command?
Well, if you talk of extortion, it's almost a thing of the past. There's no roadblock. It's not possible. We only direct. Once there's distress call, we direct you. Look for so vehicle, and then that's all. So it kind of snappy, kind of operation. And we've used it to pick some vehicles that had accidents, hit and run, and then at the end of the day, we rounded them up before they go to the bridge. That will show you that our communication system is working. So there's no way, as far as we are concerned in the state. Everything is on that check.
Since the ban of motorcycles, popularly known as Okada in the state, has the rate of crime reduced?
Well, the point is a global world. If you go to the US, will you see all these bikes everywhere? No. Most of those Okada riders are criminals. The moment it was banned in the states, particularly in the metro here, crime was dived. If you are going to the bank, they are trailing you. Anywhere you are, they are trailing you. Bad roads, they are there. A place like Warri used to be very rough. But as at now, it's order. So we are really very happy and we want it to be extended to other states, to other local governments.
So many roads are linked to Delta State because of its geographical location, and we feel this is why criminals come here to carry out their nefarious acts. Do you share this view, sir?
Well, it's sandwiched. You have states like Edo State, you have Anambra State, Bayelsa, so it's really sandwiched. These are turbulent states, without doubt. So, and there's a lot of infiltration because Delta is very safe. People like to come here. Most of the events, national events, they come to Delta State. Sporting events, the bench, they are meeting, they come here. The medical team, they are meeting, they come here. So, you see, that notwithstanding still, I think we're up to the task. We are doing our best.
Some time ago, you were tagged by the Inspector General of Police as a crime buster. Why do you think he said this, sir?
Yes, IG, he's been my boss. Before he was IG, I was his boy in Bauchi State, turbulent state for that matter, and we performed excellently. Well, yes, based on my antecedent, well-trained officer, you can see, like this year again, I won an award, 2 awards for the state command. 1 is personal and 1 is for the command. The AIG was with us 2 days ago and he rated us as one of the best commands in Nigeria. Last year too, I was in Ghana where I received this particular one, crime busting police officer, most outstanding crime busting police officer in West Africa. This year they upgraded it to chief, crime busting police chief in West Africa. So I'll be in South Africa, hopefully, to collect the awards.
How has your command been able to carry out the directives of the Inspector General in terms of suspended roadblocks, human rights of the suspects, and other directives?
We are really busy and we enjoy our job. We see our vehicles all over the state. You can go around and see for yourself. We are ready. We go out on patrol. Myself, I enjoy going out. I don't like sitting there. I enjoy going out. You have to move out. When you move out, you now know what you are men are suffering. The food soldiers were. When to see you, everybody will be on alert, and it helps us.
What is your view about this program, Crime Fighters?
Crime Fighters, honestly, you can be a program everybody love to watch. Because, if you talk of criminality, crime and criminality, we need to really check out. It's very educative, very incisive. And when you watch it, you now be able to know updates. They give you updates on security. And so we all love to watch the Crime Fighters,
Thank you for sharing your time with us.
Yeah, thank you.
Crime Fighters.
When searching for a good bank, you have to be very discerning, so you don't get one thing and miss out on others. Well, your search is over at First Bank. We offer a variety of products and services made with you in mind. From flexible loans, easy access to cash, bill payments from anywhere in the world, to savings for the little ones. Make that switch today. Contact us to learn more about the many products and services we have designed for your convenience. First Bank, truly the first.
Police Brief.
Hello viewers, welcome to Crime Fighters Police Brief, and these are the headlines. Police in Imo smash kidnap gang. Police arrest armed robbery suspects. Details shortly.
Police Brief.
The Enugu State Police Command has arrested an armed robbery suspect, one Chigozie Owo, in a hospital where he had gone to treat his bullet wounds in Kanu area of the state. Confirming the incident, the Enugu State PPRO, DSP Ebere Amarazo, said the suspect, who sustained bullet wounds in a shootout with the police while trying to resist arrest, drove to the hospital for treatment. According to the PPRO, Enugu State Command, the arrest of the suspected armed robber was sequel to the information from good-spirited members of the public, and while interrogating the suspect about how he sustained the gun injury, the suspect was said to have lied to the police. Unsatisfied with his claims, the police decided to search the suspect's vehicle where the following items were found: 2 locally made pistols and a cartridge. Also, on a close observation, 2 bullet holes were found at the back door and driver's seat of the bus. Meanwhile, investigation is ongoing as efforts are being made to arrest other members of the gang that are on the run. Police detectives in Imo State recently recorded a breakthrough when they rescued a 3-year-old boy from a notorious gang of kidnappers. The boy, Inse Eyisere, was allegedly kidnapped from Ubodogu Farm Settlement in Ovia North Local Government Area of Edo State by one Nelson Dumbiri Okoji, a suspected cult leader, and taken to Oguta Local Government Area of Imo State, where he was sold to one Hegai Eromeka of Obi Agwa in the same area. Okoji was alleged to have connived with one Ozioma, a member of his community, to kidnap the toddler. According to DSP Joy Elomoku, Eromaka, the man that bought the boy, in company of his girlfriend Oluchi, later resold Eyisere to Francis Onyekuru, a homeopathic doctor in Port Harcourt, for 250,000 naira, before the latter, a native of Mbano in the state, further sold the boy to another suspected notorious child trafficker, Ngozi Samo Chukwuka, for 500,000 naira. However, trouble was said to have begun for the kidnappers when some members of the ambush squad set up by Imo State Police Commissioner Alhaji Mohammed Katsina got wind of the transaction and placed the syndicate on surveillance, which led to their arrests. And on global updates, the Indiana police last Sunday, the 20th of October, arrested a 49-year-old man, David Karenda, for the murder of his 19-year-old son in Martinsville. David Karenda was said to have shot his son, Wat Karenda, 6 times in front of his son's pregnant girlfriend, Sabrina Canfield, following an argument over staying late at the bar to watch a football match. According to court documents, David Karenda wanted to stay behind to watch the football match, but his son, being the one to drive, declined. The argument continued on their way home and it escalated when they got home. It was claimed that during the argument, Wat hit his father and the impact made David fall down the stairs. However, according to police reports, David Karenda got his pistol saying, "I knew I was going to have to do something like this," and then shot his son several times. The Morgan County Sheriff, Robert Downing, said David Karenda had drunk heavily and this could have triggered his anger for killing his son. Continuing, the sheriff stated that it is presumed that the murder could have been deliberate, going by the statements made by David Karenda before he shot his son. Meanwhile, David Karenda has confessed to the crime and the matter will soon be charged to court. A middle-aged man, a resident of Patparagang, a suburb village in India, who threatened a 70-year-old mother after raping her under the influence of alcohol, has been charged to court by the police in India. According to reports, Pawan's mother reported the incident to the police at Madhu Vihar police station, claiming that on the 5th and 6th of June 2013, her son had carnal knowledge of her at night after inviting his friends over for a drink in their apartment. She claimed her son raped her after his friends left and they had both slept, threatening to kill her if she discloses the incident to anybody. It will be recalled that in recent times, India has been on the international news over several cases of rape against Indian women and tourists. And that's all on Crime Fighters Police Brief. Thanks for watching.
Crime Fighters, promoting security consciousness.
Crime Fighters program is a program that has been a part of me for quite some time, long before I came into government. It was a program that I spent time watching. I know that it hasn't been easy to sustain it, but it is a program that all of us must support. It is a program that I think could benefit from our support, our sponsorship, our suggestions, our collaboration as a whole. It helps to put the security issues and the security solutions into proper focus and brings them into our homes.
When searching for a good bank, you have to be very discerning, so you don't get one thing and miss out on others. Well, your search is over at First Bank. We offer a variety of products and services made with you in mind. From flexible loans, easy access to cash, bill payments from anywhere in the world, to savings for the little ones. Make that switch today. Contact us to learn more about the many products and services we have designed for your convenience. First Bank, truly the first.